Security Department.
Everybody be seated. May I resume?
Yes, sir.
Apparently I was the only one with the defective copy.
That's right. We can rectify that.
It's kind of a way of venting, I think, but yet, I've been trying to get her help, trying to get to counseling. She won't me one time. And I told her all the postpones that we've had, this injunction thing, all the crap that's happening with that. I told these people are not your friends. They're just about making money. That's what I keep doing, you know, as I went through it before. And I was self-represented now. For one, in this case, I'm the victim. But also, I told her it's just about drawing up money. You know, you don't have to pay all our legal fees.
What's the case you do?
In this case.
Don't talk on.
No, I mean, the injunction thing, you know, where she got the domestic violence charge. And you know, the case where she ran my truck and it all got old.
Tell me how you're a victim in this case.
Well, I don't say this is the case. I just found out today what's going on. And just really upset.
Well, what happened this morning?
Okay. Well, she wanted me to, you know, like say, her grade, so I got up with the babies. I told her I had to get down. Yeah, because that's another argument we had a little bit last night. So why don't we just stay in Panama City? Because I have to take care of this boat thing. Where I have a boat at a marina, and they give me till the end of the month either, you know, get the thing fixed or have it moved. I was going to put a lien on the thing. We're not paying them their fees for storage and that. But they don't know what's going on with the boat. It's got a check engine light or something, or an alarm going off or something. And I told her, I need to go down and get that boat moved. And I'll move it back to Thomasville, or maybe we'll take it to South. She's going to go on South Florida. Somebody said we might take it to South Florida and we can use it down there. And I'll get, you know, mechanic to look at it. They might know a little bit more about what's going on with the boat than here in Panama City. And we talked about that. She said, well, I told her I got this rental Suburban, so you're not going to tow it with that and get it down because it's got, you know, better weight and stuff. I didn't when I have anything to pull right down with it. I have a license to insure besides our Hummer, but the check engine light's on it and the valve thing or whatever was messing up. So she agreed and said that the best thing was she just wanted a break. If I could give her a break from the babies, and I said, there's no problem. You know, I always try to accommodate her, I'm trying to work things out with their marriage and that. And then I got a babysitter, I got the dog, got to take care of, got food out for him because she said we would meet up later. That's what we agreed to at the time. That Jay was going, she talked to him earlier today, I heard her, you know, on the phone. And but she kind of talks to him sometimes to make me jealous. Like, she's not necessarily having an affair, but she misses him and she wants to have him come over. And I know he does all of her little, like, odd-end jobs around the house that I didn't do for the last 3-4 years or whatever. I mean, I get along with Gerald too. He's not like an enemy of mine, but he used to change the locks on the doors when she'd get upset at me during the last, say, year or two. And I tell him, Gerald, you don't have the right to change locks. I talked to the police about it, and they said, actually, he's the one kind of committing a crime in that sense. I remember that I think I talked with you about it,
right?
That you can't really change the locks on the door without a judge's order or me doing something wrong allows me to do that. And so I got on that. Told him to, so that's the only out we have him, but she knows he signs with her over me, put it that way. You know, and she pays him, so I paid him for it too, but I mean, it's not like, but he's kind of more partial to her.
So what happens more?
And he's more, well, that's what I said, magic is I just, you know, got the babies together, got them loaded up, got the car seats moved from her car to Suburban. I still have a bunch of stuff I need to unload. I was Suburban from Miami from the weekend before, too. I told her, and she wouldn't let me do that last night here. I want to unload some of my personal belongings, because I've been living out my car for 6 months. I don't know how long this has been going on since I guess around August or so, as I remember. And that's why I, stopped once when I do laundry and stuff like that, Panama City here. And then spend a few days a weekend to get things kind of caught up, and then get my mail and stuff gone through, and then,
Frasch, tell us what happened this morning.
okay, after that, parsing the babies together. I kind of just kept it in the middle of the night, I didn't want to bother her and wake her up. Before I got them going, I got all the stuff going arranged for the dog, got the dog food sit out. When I changed the skimmer thing of the leaves and stuff in it, there was the level of the pool got down a little low. I was able to watch that, especially we're gone for the weekend, because I don't keep the water dripping. It wants to keep low, and the pump starts to seize. They were kind of struggling and kicking on air. So the Cheryl or somebody had the hose all kind of sprayed out there, because he just washes off the deck and cleans it with bleach stuff with the dog's pooped, or if there's any stains or pee or poop. You're supposed to use a little pads inside in the bathroom, where they call it the pool room, where there's a shower in the bathroom. And that's where, when it's cold out, we let him go in, or make sure her, to get out of the cold. But then sometimes we keep her in there completely if it's real cold out. We don't need the door open, but it will leave it cracked a little bit to let her go in and out if it's temperature moderate.
Let me ask you, did you guys have an altercation this morning before you woke the kids up?
No.
Well, that.
No.
Where did you get the ear shot?
What injuries?
Yeah. Scratching on eyes.
The baby did that early, they were playing around. And that's all, from that.
What about your hands?
Everything on the hands. Got a few little scratches. I guess kind of darkness there, but I always had a little darkness on these. Messing around and stuff.
What was she wearing last night when she was in bed?
Nothing. I mean, she was asleep, naked, or if one of the babies in with the I was trying to put on my underwear, pajamas or something myself, but she usually is nude. And she might, wear like a, on her, bathrobes or a night, like a sheer little night robe thing or something. If she's getting up to go do something now. But sometimes she just walks around naked.
How is she around pools?
She's got a phobia of water.
So you just probably say, did she even go near the pool?
Yeah, I mean, she will, and it bothers me because I've tried it many times to teach her how to swim. And she doesn't want to even try to learn.
Right.
It upsets me because I told her, even if she doesn't want to learn so much, I want to teach her. I used to be a lifeguard. I said, with a pool and having little ones, even if someone had one of them when they get in the water or something, or one of the pets, she might be able to save them, well, she didn't teach her that. Didn't make her. We kept talking about the babies. She wouldn't let me teach the babies with my daughter. My daughter is certified. That's part of her, my oldest daughter. swim. And the babies as well. She stopped at what other day when the babies were, we hired somebody to come to the house and teach the babies so that she would maybe go with them. But when she got pregnant, then it never did fall up on her.
Mr. Frost, you know, obviously, you know, we've been to the house, and you know what, I'm sure you know what we do when we go to these houses is we look at it, we treat it as a scene, we look at the scene, we collect evidence, we do certain things, and as you know, a scene doesn't lie. The way things are laid, the way things are disorganized or whatnot, that's the way it is. And just some things that you're saying is not really adding up to what the scene is showing.
Well, I don't know why, I wasn't there to yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, we sat here for how long now?
Yes, sir.
We let you right on. We need to go ahead and be about the business and talk.
I'm telling you,
Staying let me finish. Let me finish. I say quietly and we let you just talk and right on. The detective would ask you a specific question and you talk all the way around it. Just jibber jabber.
well, I mean, I'm telling you what happened this morning, and that's all I can do. But I know what happened. It's like,
Understand this.
okay,
We know the history.
right, I understand.
We know how things have taken place between the two of you.
Right.
Okay? You're not the only one we've talked to.
Okay.
Okay, we've talked to several other people.
Okay.
What we're trying to do right now is find out the reasons why things turned out the way they did. Okay? You can shed some light on that.
Explain all I know this morning.
No, you know a whole lot more than what you're telling
I do not, sir. I'm being honest. No,
Let me tell you something. I've been doing this for 20 years,
right.
okay? I've interviewed I don't know how many people.
Right.
This is not new, okay? You done sat up here and broke down in your own way of crying. I don't know how many times, and not one tear has dropped out of your eye yet.
But I'm already teared out for 6 hours here, sir. I mean, if you know how much I love this woman, you would, it's just,
There's no doubt you will not hear me dispute that. There's no doubt. I have no doubt that you didn't love her. But you know as well as I do that love brings about some crazy, impulsive reactions sometimes. Love will make a person do some crazy things. Look, man, I understand. It happens. People make mistakes. People act irrationally. I can accept that. The truth can be accepted.
but I never have. I've told Officer Ruckel this before. I've been through this abusive thing 1,000 times with her, you know. Oh, and that's what I was going to say last night. She wasn't really in that kind of a mode. She was more in kind of depressed kind of hurt mode or something. It wasn't her usual, I guess, antics or, her, and then I did make a comment to her last night too. It was earlier that if she's going to take Bella to the be careful not to take her carrier out there, because when she knows the carrier's coming for the vet or the groomer, she goes, crazy, have a hard time catching her.
Did y'all not have a recent court date about 3 months ago about child custody?
No, I mean, we've,
That's a yes or no question?
yes, sir.
And what happened at that? What did the judge order?
Well, I mean, she ordered her, I don't know if you knew the situation went on.
I don't need to know the situation. I'm asking what did the judge order?
She ordered her to custody of the children and the use of the house.
And after that was ordered, how many times have you taken the children?
Probably 4 or 5 times. I mean, when we were in
She's allowed you to take the children 4 or 5 times.
I'll tell you during that time. At least that, yeah. Now, I mean, I've been, around, and she always kind of used that, like, she wouldn't even want to, sometimes even be seen out together in Tallahassee because it was like it would work against her or something. I told her, they're not going to have you in breach of the injunction because I have the injunction still in place. That's when we were her and her lawyer didn't show up last month for that. And I had my witnesses there again to prove the situation with the babies and that it was falsified. Excuse me. And and that's when we had to talk because it said they're just going to keep postponing stuff, running it out, and run a bunch of legal fees. She got to order legal fees again, and that's what we were that hearing Judge Hobbs. She, when I was out of town, had an emergency hearing within 2 days. This was scheduled for a month earlier for this injunction hearing, and also considered for the custody of the children. And that wasn't that long ago. And she gave her lawyer a courtesy call. Her lawyer's secretary, his wife, shows up, and they said they didn't know anything about the hearing. I didn't even talk to Sandra in between this time, and she knew about the hearing. And I told her that I was going to try to drop the injunction if she was able to us working on things, going to counseling. She didn't want to. And then the court did actually come in, Judge Hobbs. I told her I had my witnesses there again to prove that we did not abuse those babies or not change. It was her that was doing that stuff and taking pictures of it and trying to make us look like it. And they put these other people almost like they'd done something wrong too. The babysitters and the people I had entrusted, caregiving of the children.
When you got up this morning and you left with the baby, what time was it that you left?
It was approximately 8 or so.
And what was that?
She was in bed.
Was she awake? Was she asleep?
Kind of, and I knew what she said, like she said in that work, she had so much to drink, she just, wanted to sleep in that morning. And she said that Jason went over, and I remember her talking to Jay about she wanted to know what she has, and they usually, I kind of know what that connotation was, why she's in one.
Was she awake? Was she asleep?
She was asleep then.
She was asleep.
Yeah, and kind of turned over and said, Jay, there, said, okay.
And she didn't want to kiss the babies goodbye or nothing?
No, I mean, she was just kind of asked her pretty well out of it. I'll tell you what, but we talked about, we were gonna let you make them to the beach, or we meet back, and then head to South Beach.
How long have you said you've been there for? How long? Staying there?
Off and on, probably for the last, I'm trying to think how long we've been seeing each other regularly, and I'm spending the night probably a good month, so.
And
We're not longer than that often.
in the hopes of trying to work things out.
Yes, sir. I mean, and we,
And how is that going?
it was actually going pretty good. I was telling friends, I called today, several friends, I tried calling her several times. And it's kind of rare,
You tried calling them several times.
Sam,
When?
today. And it was, I started about, or so, because I'm going to call her and see if she got, and if Jay was there, and I'm going to talk to her too, usually when she'd have Jay come over like this in the last, I'd say, month that we've been working things out, she really didn't want me around. And that kind of bothered me a little bit because of the past he's done with the blocks and stuff, but also he's kind of her confidant with talking about things, and then sometimes she gets stirred up. When I come back in,
You've been there off and on for the past month, and things have been going pretty good and everything. Why is she so depressed or acting so sad or whatever?
she got some information this last week that really hurt her. And this girl's been extorting her out of money. We've given her information of our relationship that we had
The information she got had to do with your relationship.
with this girl, yeah. And she told me what she'd been doing, paid her a bunch of money for her. And it was, even some pretty bad stuff, which I didn't have any idea somebody would do things like this, or do extortion type there, or do.
So there was no type of altercation or anything like that over this information that she just
Not this morning, it happened earlier in the week. And it wasn't her usual, that's why I was telling some friends about it in my staff,
Did she find out?
that was like Tuesday or so early in the week.
So how she
Because I
had?
always slept at the office a couple times this week, because she would get on the, I call it a crazy train.
How was she acting when she first found out?
It was a different anger, it was more of a hurt. And she said it, and she was going to, of course, use it in court against me or whatever, and all this, and I was like, listen, Amber, if for one, I didn't give this person permission to do this stuff.
Did she become aggressive toward you? Physically?
Not like usually, but usually, I mean, it's like stuff gets thrown, she hits me with stuff, scratches, whatever, pulls my hair, does crazy, violent type behavior. But this was more like verbal,
Trying to make you feel guilty?
guilty, but also that she was hurt. It was the first time I remember.
So why don't you feel the need to stay at the office for a couple of nights or so?
Just because I didn't want to have, and so plus I didn't want the police being called. I didn't want.
That's probably because you
I don't know what I said.
I don't either, that's why I'm asking.
Yes, I mean,
You can't finish your statement.
Like I said, violence, I didn't want any,
But you're saying
and then also,
this time she had a sadness about her and all she was doing was talking.
well, she started drinking a lot more. I don't like that.
When did she start drinking?
say this last week, quite a bit more. I mean, we always keep, or she keeps her, let's say, stockpile or her champagne,
Okay, but I asked you, how did she react? How did she respond? You just told me that it was a different type of anger. I asked you, was it aggressive, physical? You said no. She was just doing more talking.
right, more of the
I asked, was it like making you feel guilty? You said yes. So my question again is, if she's doing this more reserved, resolved talking and more softer type anger, why would you feel a need to stay at the office? And it could be because you were scared of violence, as you just said, because you just contradicted that and said there wasn't.
I mean, I didn't want to escalate to that. And also, we had things going a lot smoother. And it seemed like when this girl was doing this, I call it extortion thing, or this sending her a picture of us, pictures of things that she claims I bought her, or had done, some of those like things that she was, claiming that I'd done this girl. It was like it almost drew her closer to me, or that she felt
Drew closer to you.
Sarah. I want to say after she get through the verbal, I guess, accusations or the hurtful things she would say, we would be closer that night, like say intimately, or
Hence you all had sex last night.
exactly. It's like if I did not know what you told, if I told Oscar it was bad head, but it's like sometimes I could weather those storms. The makeup, sex, or whatever was even better, or it was kind of psychotic a little bit on my part, but it's like I knew, because people always say, how do you put up with that, or how do you put up with her, because they witnessed her verbal abuse and her physical abuse, and I can't, see how I stayed with her, because I've never witnessed something like that.
So what do you think can happen to that?
Well,
That things turned out the way they did?
well, I shouldn't say turned out, but yeah, I'm just worried that because I left that, I took the, this morning, I got Bella's, food situated, and I figured she probably was gonna have Jay come and clean up the poop and stuff on the deck of the pool. And, I guess, things around there, so I didn't need to write my routine anymore when I am there, the weather's decent.
You're not answering my question. What do you think happened?
I don't know. I'm worried that she may have tripped on the water hose that was out there, or the poop or something. They're trying to chase Bella around the pool, and fell in, or fell in.
She was chasing Bella around the pool.
I mean, I had to do it because if you run the dog carrier out, she's like knows that it's to go to the vet or to the.
So you're gonna tell me this young lady has a phobia of the water, and phobia is a pretty strong word, meaning she's pretty much terrified of the water, and she's gonna go out there and get that close to it.
Yeah, or May, that's what, kind of surprised me around the pool. But she also knows, like, she's been in the pool before, but it's like those shallow ends, you can stand up in that. But she doesn't like to, get even close to where it goes pretty steep from shallow to deep. And I try to get her out there a little bit. I wish we had kind of a transition area more where I could get her put her head in the water and kind of, you know, paddle around and stuff, but whenever she gets out where her feet don't touch, she gets awfully, you know, upset and gets real, you know, what do you call it? And it's something that happened to her when she was a young child or something, some boating accident or something with her siblings that she just doesn't want to get in, you know, in the water where it's, it all could be dangerous or be, you know, where she did risk of drowning. So, that's, like I said, she goes around the pool all the time. I mean, walks, and we're out there quite a bit, you know, during the babies and during the summer. But we talked about the. Talk about this situation that we're no.
Frasch, I'm going to be honest with you. I know in the past that we talked, but I've always been honest with you. And I've never lied to you and never danced around anything that we talked about, okay? That's not what happened. Me and you both know she wasn't chasing a dog around the pool.
I don't know what happened.
We know you've been through a lot, okay? You have been through a lot. Even the best person in the world has a limit, okay? I don't care how nice you are. I don't care what a great of a guy you are, how much money you have. I don't care about any of that. The best person in the world has a limit, okay? And when they reach that limit, they do things that they wouldn't ordinarily do or wouldn't even think of doing. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand that.
And I think you reached that limit.
It's not true.
Understand that when we come and talk to you, and I'm sure you already know this, we're not going to tell you everything we know.
I understand. That's what the best. I can see the body or see what may have happened, or there's whatever. Gerald did something, or they got in an altercation, or I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
You saw the body. Why are you asking to see the body?
I never saw the body. I wanted to see the body and see what may have happened to her, what's going on. You know, I know her body's like the back of my hand, so it would, you know, maybe helpful to find out what had happened or who may have done something or whatever. And
So you got the scratch on the eye?
what's that?
How did you say you got the scratch?
The baby was playing around and she always kind of grabs at my eye and face and
Which one?
the little one.
The 10-month-old.
Right.
So you try to make me believe that a 10-month-old has nails enough to make that type of scratch on your face.
Yeah. So, I mean, that happened, I don't even know when that, it was either this morning or last night. When I was playing, I played with them, they get up on me, and I let them sit on my chest and we play. And then sometimes she'll grab and scratch, you know, and we have to trim her nails in when they get like that because of scratching. And I made the same with it. I mean, it's her really MO. A lot of times it poked me in the eye or scratch, but she didn't do that. I would admit that if it did. I mean, my wrist and hand, I think it's when I was in the, when they first cuffed me, they're pretty aggressive and stuff when they come to the Panama City house today. And, you know, when they put me in the original car, it was all hard, and then I had to sit on my hands. And that's when this stuff kind of happened.
Dr. Frasch, what you're telling us about this morning, that's not what happened.
Well, I don't know what happened. I said wasn't there when her situation was going on, or what happened. I don't know. And when my friend called me Kendall and told me that's how I kind of knew before the police got there. Something he wanted me to come back to Tallahassee because he said, you know, that Jay had called Juan and JB called him and said that Sanders' body was floating in the pool at home. And then I was like, oh my God, you know, and it was when Melissa on the phone. and broke down. He said, "Do you need me to come, Panama City and get you, or do you think?" I said, "I don't know. Or, try to get the babies together and see what we can do." So,
What kind of person do you think you are?
a good person. I mean, try to do the best I can for help out people.
Just a good person, take responsibility for his actions.
Yes, sir.
Do you think a good person would be able to live with themselves if they were to do something like this?
No. Not at all.
Do you think a good person would feel guilty the rest of their life doing something
I
like this?
assume so, yes. They have a conscience.
Is that the conclusions?
Yes, sir.
Is that by agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Further questions of this witness?
Yes, sir. Detective Rebel, were you able to observe the defendant and his demeanor while he was in the interview room?
Yes.
We can hear what appears to be, I guess, maybe sobbing on the audio there. Did the defendant appear to be actually crying during the interview?
No, and I think it was touched on in the interview. He would get emotional, but there was no tears, and it seemed disingenuine.
Were photos, we heard mention of a scratch on the defendant's, or underneath the defendant's eye. Were photos taken of the defendant that day?
Yes.
Do you recognize those photos if I showed them to you here today?
Yes.
Permission to approach the witness, Your Honor.
You may.
Detective Rebel, I'm showing you what's been pre-marked for identification purposes only as State's Exhibit 41 through 45. Could you take a look at those, please? Do State's Exhibits 41 through 45 fairly and accurately represent or depict how the defendant appeared that day when we interviewed him?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the State moves to introduce State's Exhibits 41 through 45 into evidence.
Did we inquire
You want a board hire on it? Is that what you want?
on the date of the photographs and stuff?
You may.
Detective, when were those photographs taken?
The Bay County Sheriff's Office had taken those photos. There are photos here that were taken the day of our interview, and then I think the photos with the rulers were taken at a different, I'm not sure exactly how many days after, but they were taken at a different time.
How long was he at Bay County Sheriff's Department? You don't know?
I don't recall.
Thank you, Judge.
Is there objection?
No objection.
All right. They'll be admitted.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
You may.
Right here, attention to State's Exhibit 41. Your Honor, may we have the pointer?
It's right there.
Laser pointer there. You mentioned that there was a scratch underneath the defendant's eye. Could you direct our attention to that? And I think there was some questioning about the date of these photos being taken. Does that photo fairly accurately represent how he appeared the day you spoke with him?
Yes, that's the same injury.
Direct your attention to State's 42. What we're looking at there. Is that a closer shot, I guess, or a different angle of the same
Yes,
scar?
of the same.
Direct your attention to State's 43. Was there any injury? Were there any injuries of note?
No, and at the time that we interviewed him, these pictures were taken just prior to our arrival, so he actually had his shirt on when we interviewed him.
Direct your attention to State's 44. Abrasion there.
Yes.
Okay. And finally, State's 45. This is just another angled arm.
Right. Correct.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Frasch.
Detective Rebel, what time did you start your interview with Dr. Frasch?
Showing it started at 11:38 p.m.
11:38 p.m. And when did it conclude?
I don't know. At the end of the interview is normally when I say the time that the interview stopped, but I don't
This was
recall.
transcribed, was it not? Matter of fact, we just listened to a tape and the juries had the benefit of the transcript, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Would you dispute that the transcript indicates that the interview concluded at 1:37 a.m. in the morning?
That sounds about right.
Okay. And you knew, did you not, when you went to question Dr. Frosch, that he'd been in custody since, say, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
Approximately, yes.
Okay. Now, he told you a number of things in response to questions that you put to him. And as part of the investigation, did you try to verify what he told you, whether it was either true or false?
As far as
Well, for example, he indicated that he left at 8 in the morning to come to Panama City. Correct?
correct.
Okay. And were you able later to verify that a video from Golden Eagle showed that he was leaving at 8 a.m.?
There was video of that, yes.
Okay. So that was a true statement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He indicated that they went to Thomasville the day before, that is, he, his wife, and the 2 babies, and had lunch up at Jonah's. Were you able to confirm that that was in fact true?
Well, no, we did collect. Was part of collecting the video. I didn't watch all the video. My initial role was to make contact with security and collect such evidence. I can't confirm the exact time that he came and left.
Okay.
Maybe another detective that would have done that.
Well, he told you during the course of the trips and the travels on Saturday, the 21st, that he went to, or whatever, the 21st, February 21st, he dropped the Hummer at Superloop. Were you able to confirm that the Hummer, in fact, had been dropped at Superloop?
From my understanding, it was.
And that there was a problem with the gas cap, and he subsequently told you he bought a gas cap for the Hummer. True?
Yes.
And you found a receipt?
Yes.
Confirmed that statement? It was
Yes.
true?
Yes.
Okay. He indicated that he was driving a rental, this black Suburban. You confirmed that that was true?
I think it was actually Yukon, but yes,
GMC.
GMC.
Okay. Indicated that they came back to Tallahassee around 3 or 4 p.m. And then they talked to a guard at the entrance to Killarn. I keep saying Killarn, Golden Eagle. And were you able to confirm that in fact there was a conversation with one of the security people at Golden Eagle entrance
Yes.
with the defendant in the presence of his wife and his 2 children?
I think the guard said she could see one child but couldn't see the other.
Okay. So that was true.
Yes.
Okay. And he told you that, that they went to Panama City around 4 or 5 p.m. Of course, there's an hour time change, so, and they got there and they left Panama City around 8 p.m. You were able to confirm, were you not, from talking to neighbors, that they had been there?
That they'd been where?
Panama City, to the Nancy Drive house.
I didn't talk to any neighbors.
I'm sorry, so that was not your part of the investigation?
No, sir.
Okay. He indicated that they left Panama City around 8 o'clock, which would be 9 o'clock Tallahassee time.
Mm-hmm.
And you were able to confirm that they checked back in through the Killarn gate at around 11 something that night.
Correct.
Isn't that true?
Yes.
So that's consistent with him saying we left Panama City about 8 o'clock Central Time. We got back to Tallahassee to our house just before midnight.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. He indicated that they came back and they stopped to pick up the Hummer at that same Super Loop. And you were able to confirm that from video.
I did not, but I think it was confirmed.
Okay, so that was true. He also indicated that there was a period of time that, strike that, during the course of the interview, I think you said that he was emotional at times, but you did not see actual tears. Would that be a fair statement?
Right.
Okay. So he was in fact breaking up, but some people cry, some people don't. Isn't that true?
Could be. I don't.
Okay. Well, you'd never seen him in an emotional state before that time, had you?
No.
Okay. The tape in the interview that we just heard, it goes on a little bit further. We've heard part of it. During the interview process, did you not ask him about some of the injuries that we just saw in exhibits 41 through 45?
I asked him about the injuries to his eye.
I'm sorry?
I asked him about the injury just under his eye.
The injuries under his eye. Did you talk about the one on his elbow?
We didn't talk about that.
Did Google talk about that?
I don't recall.
Do you recall him telling you that the injury on the elbow was from an old surgery?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Okay. The day that you went to Panama City, following your return back to Tallahassee, did you have additional involvement in this case? As far as interviewing either the defendant at any time or any other individuals?
I did interview other individuals.
And who all did you talk to? Do you recall?
Yeah. Let's see. I interviewed Hugh Reynolds on February 24th. An interview was done with Buddy Whitlock. Interview was done with Matt Christensen and his daughter Lauren Nichols.
Matt Christensen and Lauren Nichols, those were people that lived in the Golden Eagle neighborhood, is that right?
Correct.
And you interviewed them because they had seen something on the morning.
Objection, Your Honor. Sustained. Sustained. Jury disregard Mr. Taylor's comments.
When did you interview Christensen and his daughter Lauren?
I don't have the date on in my narrative.
Did you interview them one occasion or more than one?
More than one occasion.
That is, you called them back for a second interview?
Correct.
Thank you, that's all I got.
Redirect.
Detective Revel, I think it came out that you interviewed the defendant from 11:38 p.m. to 1:37 in the morning. At any point, did he ask for a break or to use the bathroom?
Not that I recall.
Would you have allowed him to use the bathroom if he had needed to or to have a break?
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
We need to keep, oh, I'm sorry, any juror have a question of this witness? All right, we'll go to sidebar.
Did you get the marked copy of the transcript?
Give 106A to the clerk, please. I think the deputy gave you all of them. Just so there's a record of what we've done. Just a follow-up from the jury, Detective Revel, did you notice any bruising around the scratch near the eye that you indicated?
No, I didn't notice any bruising, just the scratch.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
No bruising, just the scratch.
No bruising.
Any further?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further?
No, sir.
All right, you can step down. We want to keep him subject to recall.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Gonna take a little break. We'll take a few minutes. Understand we have a problem with the backup system for court reporting, court reporting.
Yes, sir.
And we did it without a backup for years. I have faith you will get it done accurately.
Yes, sir.
We ready for the jury?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you would face the clerk and be sworn, please, ma'am. Ma'am. Would you face the clerk, raise your right hand, please, be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right, have a seat, please. You got another witness, Mr. Let's get another witness. You got another witness this afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Let's get another witness. We'll let you step down.
State calls Dr. Flanagan.